Hidden throughout Devil May Cry 5 are blue orb fragments that help increase Nero, V, and Dante's maximum health, though 4 of them must be found before this happens. Fortunately, these are shared amongst the characters, so it's just a matter of tracking them down. And we're here to help as we show where to find all 20 of the blue orb fragments hidden throughout the game. So, let's get started. The first is in Mission 1. Eventually you'll jump off the bridge as the game highlights a red Impusa. Backtrack underneath the bridge once you fall and you'll see the fragment on the ledge. There are 2 to find in Mission 2. The first is found in the room containing the second Nidhogg hatchling. Once you grab the hatchling, enemies will appear. Go into the other room with the scarred flooring and wait until an enemy attacks the floor. This will break it open, revealing the fragment in the room below. The other fragment is found later once you grab the third Nidhogg hatchling in the level. As you return from where you came, you'll see a Devil Breaker on the ledge. Near that is an open room containing the fragment. Mission 3 also has 2 blue orb fragments to find. The first is among the rooftops before traveling underneath the bridge. Look for it tucked between 2 vents. The other is found in the sewers. Once you reach the staircase leading up, jump on the ledge just above the path leading forward. Here there will be a grapple point which can be used to reach an upper room containing a fragment. In Mission 4, the first of 2 fragments is found behind a large brick wall. Summon Nightmare to have him break it down, then climb the stairs to find the fragment at the top. Then, make sure to have at least 1 Nidhogg hatchling. There's one just after the collapsing bridge, and one down a pathway that's now accessible thanks to the broken wall. Continue further along the level until you find the roots on the left side. Then, just use the hatchling and grab the fragment. For Mission 5, you'll travel across a warped floor to the left of the ship. Once you defeat the enemies and drop down, turn around and you'll see an alcove leading underneath. There you'll find the blue orb fragment. The next fragment is found in Mission 8. After passing the statue, you'll come to an arena that fills with enemies. They have to be defeated in time so that the platform doesn't collapse, which can be a bit tricky. Fortunately, it's not so bad if you do fall. Just select the checkpoint option from the menu to return to the statue and try again. The other fragment is found later on near a blood vessel. Before entering, go around the back and defeat a single enemy. When you come back around, the fragment will have appeared. In Mission 9, continue through the level until it begins to lead into a cave. Look to the left before this and you'll see roots blocking an entrance, yet there's still a gap to see a blood clot. Use Griffin or Nightmare to destroy the clot and get rid of the vines, where you can then grab the fragment. Later in the mission, when you're starting to leave the catacombs, look to the right and ascend the platforms. At the top, you'll find the mission's second blue orb fragment. There's only 1 fragment to find in Mission 10. When you come to the second timed gate, defeat the enemies as quickly as possible and head through. There you'll come across the fragment. The fragment in Mission 11 can be found once the first 3 blood clots have been destroyed in the collapsing building. This will reveal a nearby area on the bottom floor containing the fragment. Once you destroy the second blood sac in Mission 12, look to the immediate right. You should see a hole in the wall that leads to a hidden alcove where the fragment awaits. In Mission 14, there's a blue orb fragment on top of one of the rocks in the Shadow Realm. First, you need to free Griffin, then climb the nearby rock ledge and use Griffin's hover ability to make it to the fragment. You may need to use V's teleport to reach it if you don't get enough distance. There are 2 fragments to find in Mission 15. The first is found behind the second statue, where you'll find a path containing a kind of skate park for the punchline. While you need to ride the punchline to make it to the top, you don't necessarily need to follow the skate park to reach the fragment. It's not exactly the way you're supposed to do it, but you can use a combination of the punchline and wall jumps to reach the top. If you have the Gabora Devil Breaker, it'll likely work as well, and probably more easily. The second fragment is a bit easier to reach. After defeating a group of enemies, you'll see a grapple point on the floor. Take it to the upper area and follow the path to eventually reach the fragment. Mission 16 has Dante constantly descending, but at a certain point you'll see collapsible platforms at the top leading to an alcove filled with red orbs. Make your way to that alcove and you'll see a completely different path. Follow it down and you'll eventually see the fragment across a large gap. Simply activate your double trigger and use it to fly across and obtain the fragment. The final Blue Orb Fragment is in Mission 18. At one point, 3 red Impusas will appear. You need to defeat all of them before a single one escapes. If you don't, unfortunately they won't respawn if you return to the previous checkpoint. The entire mission has to be restarted. But once you're able to do this, the fragment will appear after the last one is defeated. Now all you need to do is find and complete all the secret missions, as well as buy the blue orbs in Nico's shop to have the highest possible health. If you still need to find the secret missions, we have a guide to help you on your way. Thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on Devil May Cry and other things gaming.